This is my Viking Tackle Pod setup. I love a giant center well in my kayaks because I keep everything stored in a single location instead of having it scattered through side pockets where it can get lost if I roll it or something. So this is what I do for offshore fishing. I tie my rods to the sides of my kayak. I've got these special little rod tubes for them. And then in here goes everything else that I keep surf-proof. So normally I have just another strap over here, a cam strap, because the bungee, if you catch a wave under the lip here, it can just fill up with water. So it's advisable to have an extra strap there just to stop it from lifting if you go for a tumble. Unless everything inside is waterproof, which it pretty much is for me. So in here I've got my 3 offshore reels. I like to rig them up on the water if the surf's particularly bad, but if I'm going out for a Moffat or something, I'll just chuck the rods on it with the fully rigged and it's all good. I've got my waterproof camera here because long shots are impossible to get with GoPros. Let's see what else we got. Just in case, tape measure. Front rod holder, which I use for my smaller rod. My sounder, of course. It's waterproof anyway, but I don't like having it mounted when I go through the surf in case I like smash it off with my foot or something if I go for a roll. My front GoPro. And my big box of lures. It's possible to take 2 boxes, but I don't like taking too much stuff out when I go offshore. So there's plenty in there as it is. Chuck that there too. And my big old roller leader. This is 40 pound and there's a crap load of it. What else have I got in here? Oh, a little bit of spray sunscreen. I like the spray stuff because if you use the cream, your hands get super slippery on the paddle. I'd advise against using this particular one though because the menthol goes in your eyes and it's a real son of a bitch. I also got my 12 amp hour battery in here already hooked up, wrapped in a little foam, not to make it waterproof, but it just stops you from shorting the terminals with your pliers or something if you drop them in there. And that's pretty much it. Everything wrapped up nicely. Just chuck everything in here, chuck it in the car. When you get to the beach, chuck it in the kayak and you're all good and ready to go. Hook straight up, battery's already hooked up. Transducer lives in here as well, in the bottom there. Yeah, it's an all-in-one unit. Best way I've ever seen it done. And I love it, and I'm definitely gonna get a reload next for my next kayak.